Hey guys, Q here with a quick tip for the Evil Within on the PlayStation 4. This is going to be a tactic used particularly for Akumu mode runners. Now, if you're like me, you definitely like to save ammo, and Frostbolts and your electric bolts are probably going to be your most valued possessions for when you need to just run through areas on Akumu mode. I found a little trick here that you can do. Sometimes when you come across a frostbolt, this only really works for frostbolts, but you can also use this trick. Say if you have frostbolts, but you want a different kind of bolt, you can actually kind of trade in your frostbolts for other parts. Now, how you do this, and like I said, this is really particularly useful on Akumu mode. If you're familiar with, with these bombs on Akumu mode, they're not particularly hard to disarm on regular, but on Akumu mode they are extremely hard, and there's nothing worse than clearing an entire area and then trying to disarm a bomb and failing and dying and having to go all the way back to that checkpoint. Now, the reason I chose here right now also is because there is a flashbolt right here for me, but as you can see, I'm full. So what I'm going to do is if you take a freeze bolt and you shoot it right next to the bomb, it will disarm the bomb. At that point, you can pick up the parts and then pick up the freeze bolt. So it's kind of a useful trick if you need some extra parts. It would work the same. It would work the same way if, for instance, if I had a bunch of freeze bolts, but I needed some parts for, say, harpoon bolts, because on my hopefully you'll have the harpoon bolts fully upgraded when you're doing Akumu mode because they're super powerful, and they only cost 2 parts. So say you want some more harpoon bolts, not freeze bolts, you can find a bomb like that, shoot the freeze bolt next to it, and get 2 points out of it. Now, it's not exactly profitable, as you can see that freeze bolts cost 5, and you only get 2 parts out of the deal, but it's a way that you can cash in your freeze bolts for parts. Uh, Hopefully this will help you guys get through Akumu mode or even the earlier difficulties if you're having trouble. Uh, like I said, this is particularly just useful uh, because on Akumu mode these bombs are so hard to disarm, and if you get hit, if you fail, you die and you restart the checkpoint. So you'll probably be skipping a lot of the bombs because you don't want to take that chance. Well, by freezing them, you can still get those parts. So guys, just another tip from the strategic gamer. I hope it helps.